Atlanta Hockey, an alternate classic rock radio station. More classic rock for the Jersey Shore. 105.7
The Hawk broadcast from the Remax Real Estate LTD studio. Remax Real Estate LTD is on call and ready to help you realize your dreams. Visit them online, myltdstore.com.
You're listening to the Gabe Toyota Coaches Corner. Classic rock for the Jersey Shore. 105.7 The Hawk and 105.7thehawk.com.
And in a very rowdy River Rock restaurant and marina bar with the bombastic Panther supporters in the house.
Go Sip, I love you.
We continue our 08742 preview with a couple of those Point Borough seniors that we've been talking about. Running back, cornerback Brandon Cipriano, big lineman, center, anchor of the offensive line, Gabe Fattizzi. Now, normally I'd go to the skill player, but obviously, you know, your fans demand an immediate question.
That's my center.
So,
sounds good.
Let's talk about this magical season, but the feeling you guys have that it really only becomes truly magical if you finish it on Saturday.
Exactly. You know, we've all been together our entire lives, and we know this was coming. Me and James especially, we just talked about it in class nonstop sophomore year. We said, senior year's our year. Like, we're going to get it done. I've been dreaming about this since I've been a little kid, and now it's time to finish this 11-0 season, 12-0.
James, you mean James Farrer, who's right front row
here.
QB in the house to show a little support there to make sure you don't get hurt, probably. Let's just talk a little bit about the Manasquan game and how it was different than other games. The atmosphere was electric. I got there 2 hours before. I had to talk people into let me in the gate. Everything was locked up. It was, you know, a pretty special night, and it looked like it might be one of those real back-and-forth games, but you guys just took control. But did that win mean more than maybe in any of the other ones this year?
You know, it was amazing because it was our last game at Al Sainer on the new turf this year, and you know, we had to go out there. Everyone doubted us. We saw a lot of people saying we were going to get blown out. We just weren't playing the right schedule. But I mean, we play together as a brotherhood, and I tell them all the time, no one can stop us. So when we got out there, we just did what we did best. Stayed calm, kept driving down the field, and ended up not being a close game. I mean, hats off to them. They're a great squad, but we kind of showed who was the best.
Yeah, that confidence that this group has. I mean, you guys are certainly talented. I think we all knew that coming this season based on what you guys did last season and how many starters you guys brought back. But is it that edge, you know, that confidence that you guys play with where, hey, you guys feel like you can beat any team you guys go up against? And certainly you guys have done that this season. I mean, is that enabled you guys to obviously be 11-0 at this point and being ready to play for a state championship on Saturday?
Yeah, we try to stay humble as possible, but we go in with the mentality knowing we can win the game. That's how we go week by week by week. We treat every week like a championship game, and now we're finally in the championship game. So, I mean, I think we're more than ready to take on Hillside and St. Paul.
Ed, get reacquainted with Cipriano, who 2 weeks ago you gave him our Player of the Game award.
That was going to be my first question. I got two questions. Have you put the plaque on the wall?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, and have you worn the T-shirt?
Yeah, already worn it.
Okay, then you're good. Then we don't have to go to your house and take them back. Brandon, you've really come on of late. I mean, you have become the big play option. You know, actually, everybody that touches the ball is a big play option in this offense. That's how good it is. But you are the guy, you know, that other teams' defense, Farah and Gordon, you know, and you're the guy that sneaks in there and gives them that outside threat. Tell us about what you have done these last 4 or 5 weeks.
You know, Coach Dobbs done a great job using me in this offense, you know, wide receiver and running back. And, you know, we have James Farrer, Tanner Gordon, and Nathan Chirillo. So, you know, when you have 4 good athletes that can handle the ball very well, it's kind of hard to defend.
It sure is. And, you know, you also play defense, right? Which one you like better?
I'm an offensive guy.
Yeah, see, I knew that, you know. When you score that many touchdowns.
Just listen to these numbers. And
go ahead.
All right. 57 carries for 716 yards. That's 12.5 yards a carry. And 12 touchdowns. 23 receptions. Farrer refuses to throw to anyone else. 23 receptions for 411 yards, 17-plus yards a catch.
5 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns, and we think of him as the third wheel.
Exactly.
I think it's Cipriano and the rest of the guys. I don't know about you, man.
I mean, they definitely can't keep up with them. No one can keep up with them.
Thanks, dude. You know, Brandon, last season as a junior, you got off to a very good start. The team did, you did personally, and then you got hurt. How hard was that? Obviously missing the season and kind of having to watch the team go and play. And then just coming back this season, knowing you were healthy and excited for that senior season.
Yeah, you know, when you go out with an injury and then you come back and get hurt again, it's heartbreaking because you just want to contribute to the team. So, we all worked hard in the off season and knew what this season meant to us. The last year here, and we knew what we were capable of. So we just wanted to come out and show everybody.
And you have to be excited too because you know what your role in the offense is. James established himself last season, Tanner as well. You have to feel like you come in and you do your part. This really could take the offense to another level, and it has this season.
Yeah, definitely. James Fair, Tanner Gordon clearly established their name last year. They're insanely good. But like I said before, when we have all those 4 athletes, including Nathan, it makes it really, really hard to defend that option that's already hard to defend with Coach Dodd calling it.
Gabe, I was just going to say, 12-0 just doesn't happen that often. Very few teams run the table, win a state championship, win your league, win a state championship. It just doesn't happen 12 wins in a row and all those championships. Have you felt the pressure? Because you have been in some close games.
Yeah.
Let's go to Gabe first.
You kind of saw us in pressure situations get a team like Monmouth, and then Lakewood shocked us in the beginning. But whenever we're down as a squad, we always say we're a second-half team, and we're good under pressure. So we just keep driving. We believe in our players. It's another thing going back to the brotherhood. You got to believe in the guy next to you, to the left and right of you, and just keep pushing. Get the points up there, and win the game at all costs.
Speaking of the guys next to you, I know Coach mentioned them, but the offensive line, you got to be a tight-knit group.
Yeah. Couple of my best friends on the offensive line, especially Anthony Bonavito. Just a massive kid, and then you got Connor Landis, quick, agile, along with Scott Franceschini, and then Trent Lavolsi, kind of like the funny guy of the team, but you do not want to get hit by him. Big guy coming at you.
That's usually Kevin's question. Who's the funniest guy?
Trent makes me laugh every single day, along with Farrah.
Who's the guy that you have to call the buffet line when you go out to eat and say so and so's coming? Who's that guy?
Probably Bono.
Bonavito.
Gabe, it might be you. Actually.
It could be me. That is very true.
That's a good teammate. Well said, Brandon. I asked the 2 guys from the beach, and I'm going to ask you because you're in the same situation. You guys are seniors. You talked about how long you've been together. So now it's like all winding down. Tomorrow practice, Friday, probably a little walkthrough. Have you had a chance to reflect on the fact that, all the hard work you've done over 4 years, coming back from injury, the summer practices, like it's almost at the end. Have you had a chance to do that or not really?
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing with Farrah for a while. I came over from Memorial, so I've been playing with Farrah for a while since like 8th grade. And I met these guys last year. They left definitely an imprint with all me. So just how hard we work and everything. In the summer, going through the blood, sweat, and tears. It's definitely something special.
Yeah. I was gonna say today at practice, I kind of just had to step back for a second and think about that. I have 2 practices left in my high school career before a state final. And it kind of brought me back to the days when we were on the Pirates AYF team, 1-9. Again, back to beach. The only team we beat that year was actually Middlesex. So, that was pretty cool. But coming from 1-9, being a bunch of little kids, and now seeing us all grown up now, it's just kind of crazy to think I have 2 days left and then a state final game at Rutgers University.
You guys have great student section. The Panther Pit, they're awesome. Theme clothing. Any idea what their plans are for Saturday? Will you have a good following there?
We're definitely gonna have a good following there. Shout out to our pit leader, John Chipak. He held everything down for us, so it's gonna be a burrow out. So
Dylan Abrito too.
You know it's important when you have a pit leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think if they really want to step up, they do the beach attire on Saturday. How great would that be, huh?
It's going to be a nice day.
It's going to be a nice day at Rutgers. No,
that's not a bad idea.
What?
They're doing a point Burrow out. That's it.
Point Burrow. I'll tell you what. We've seen them operate at the football games. I've seen them at the wrestling matches. I do not doubt they will show up in full force.
No, there's no doubt about it.
The whole
no
town's
doubt
coming
about
out for this one.
You guys are both seniors. Tell us a little bit about the plans after football season and after high school, Brandon.
You know, just looking at any offers that come in. You know, just gonna try to play football at the next level.
Yeah, and right now is the time that all the coaches are coming into our school, so I'm definitely interested in playing the next level, and that's where I'm going to plan my future around.
But the future right now is Rutgers University.
That's all that matters right now.
It's finishing this 12-0 season on top.
You know they're going to give out 23 state plaques on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep.
Point Pleasant Borough, 10 o'clock. You got the chance to get the first one. That'd be nice, huh?
Yep, make some history.
There you go.
Definitely.
Not your program, I just mean for this weekend.
Yeah, for this weekend.
Just one last one. I mean, like you kind of mentioned this before, Gabe, but you know, you guys, again, Point Borough, it's a small town, small community. A lot of you guys grow up, and I know, Brandon, you kind of came over a few years ago, but you guys have all known each other forever. And even, you guys, you've known each other for a while, you know, living close, so it's got to be extra special because you guys have come up, as you said, dreaming of this since you were little kids. It's a unique situation where you guys have been dreaming about this forever, for over a decade. So how special is that when you go, you look at those guys in the locker room and you know everyone has had that same goal for a long time?
The key to a great team is the bond of the players on the team. You need to know each other and you need to know you have each other's backs. So seeing them every day, growing up with them, is just incredible because we've been dreaming about this our entire life. Especially sophomore year when I tore my ACL, seeing all these guys just come around me, cheer me on no matter what, and keep me going. And now to this point where I'm the captain of the team and just 11-0, it's really surreal. It's pretty incredible.
You know, a W on Saturday makes all those reunions down the line. You know, the 5-year reunion, the 10-year reunion, you know, when you had 17 sacks in the game, you know, and Cipriano scored 4 times, you know. It makes those reunions so much more fun. So
and it's
get the job done. Too. Get the job done.
Definitely. You guys have had just a tremendous season. It's been really fun to follow you, to get a chance to do a couple of your games. I truly do hope that you finish it all right around noon, 12:15 on Saturday afternoon. Be a nice way. So thanks for coming down. And he might have gotten the player of the game, but I'm putting you on the all-interview team. You got to be a communications major, man.
Fattizzi's good. I've been here since freshman year. I know. He's no secret to me.
It's not a secret to you. Guys, hang one second as we get ready to put the finishing touches on this. Bob, our coverage plans for Shore Sports Network. First of all, tomorrow's Thursday, right? So on Friday we'll have our final edition of the Atlantic Physical Therapy Center football picks, in which me and you are a game back of our colleague Matt Harmon, so it comes down to this one. Big week there. We'll have our final video. You and I will talk about the Saturday and the Sunday games, all of that. You're playing Saturday. You're at Rutgers all day?
Yep, I'll be at Rutgers all day covering the Borough game. And then, again, I'll be there all day. Manalapan plays at 1 o'clock, Freehold versus Long Branch at 4, and then Rumson, of course, at 7. Our old good friend Scott Stone will be up there with me. Matt Manley will be over at Keene covering the Point Beach game. And then on Sunday, I'll be down at Rowan for Mater Day St. Joe's.
All right, we're not on the air next week. We're back 2 weeks from tonight. Our season awards show at Gateway Toyota Showroom. That'll be fun. Follow everything on ShoreSportsNetwork.com. Thanks to the folks at River Rock. Thanks for everyone for coming. You've been listening to the Gateway Toyota Coaches Corner on 105.7 The Hawk.